here in the AK. That kind of rhymes. How you feeling today, Aj?
I'm feeling better.
She's feeling better. She spent the night at Grandma's house. Got a little sick feeling.
Don't tell them what happened.
What happened?
If it grosses you guys out too much, then fast forward this. I barfed more than 6 times.
Ew.
And 5. And
So we
I
got-
decided to bring this.
What is that?
Celery and pepper.
That's a good choice. Evelyn went with Nena and Emily to go to the farmer's market, and we have decided that we are gonna actually meet them over there because Bert has not gone to the farmer's market this year, and I really wanna take him and show him all the fun things that are there, and maybe try to get some fresh vegetables. I really wanna get some carrots, and you really like the radishes?
Money. Yeah.
You're bringing your own money?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time she went with Nena, she bought carrots and a cucumber. I think so, yeah. Because I really miss my fresh produce. Next year, it will happen. Really, really hope. So yeah, we're gonna head that direction. Check out the farmer's market, see what's there, see if we can buy some vegetables, and yeah.
I have vegetables.
Well, yeah, but we gotta get more vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have really much.
Why don't you go load up in the car so we're ready to walk and roll.
Bye.
Okay, bye. You can go load up. Today we're actually going to show you, because we have been in preparation essentially for winter here for the past couple weeks. And when I say getting prepped for winter, a lot of that, it's going to vary for different people on what their lifestyle is like. Some people, they're like, preparing for winter, what do you have to do? For us, it kind of entails maybe a little bit more, just because we are off of a fresh construction site and we have stuff to do outside. So things like picking up a lot of our material. We pretty much worked a majority this summer. My brother helped a lot when he was here, getting our trailer organized and underneath it organized, because I don't like clutter. And that right there, that's a struggle. That's a struggle for me right there. Same with that little guy, but that's better than this little guy. Not little guy, big, huge, massive semi-trailer in my yard. I try to make that look as aesthetically pleasing and not like super like, I don't know where anything's at. So we've really been working on organizing that, because no one wants to come out when it's 20 below and organize a trailer. We've been working on a lot of wood, getting a lot of our wood organized and brought in and chopped up and ready to dry out. A lot of this stuff has been drying, you know, for a year plus, because it's been sitting in our yard. So making sure that we're burning dry wood. Picking up the yard, like you'll find like little bits and pieces of things that are just from a construction site when the wind blows and there's been no one out here. So really making sure that the yard is tidied up. We have to bring down this trampoline, at least like the netting portion. I might actually leave up the trampoline, because my kiddos like to come out when it's cold and there's snow gear and jump on the trampoline. But I don't really want the net up to have it like collapse or get warped. I was gonna maybe put down some seed for the yard just to give it a shot, but I need a lot of material brought in, and we can't quite afford bringing in material this year, so that might have to wait till next year. So no lawn, but like I said, I'm very much used to living on dirt, so it's not a huge deal, but kind of sad, because I really wanted it, especially for the kids. But hopefully next summer we'll be able to get a lawn in and paint the house. That's another goal, paint the house. We'll kind of show you a little bit of what we're doing around here to prepare for winter, and maybe what other people in our area do to prepare for winter. Because with the extreme climate that we have here, you do have to kind of be on top of the game. A lot of people are starting to harvest their gardens because the frost is coming. I don't have to harvest my garden because I ain't got no garden, but a lot of people are harvesting their gardens right now. We will though, we might go and harvest some potatoes in the little garden that we planted over at Grandma's. So we're gonna go to the farmer's market. Should be a good time. I know I've already taken you guys there, but maybe I can show you a different aspect now that my babe is gonna be there. So that's the goal. Let's head on into town.
Open up the window, I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low. Dancing through the last days of September. On and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low. Dancing through the last days of September. Dancing through the last days of September.
I am so lucky.
Why are you lucky?
Cause Auntie said I could have this. Oh,
For drink?
Yeah.
Wow, special.
Goodness.
Hello?
Squish it.
Hi. We're just leaving. Where are we going?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We're trying to figure out our
Try to
life.
figure out our life.
Oh, my goodness.
Fine. Okay.
This is what happens when she's sugar deprived. All right, we scored pretty good over at the farmer's market. Then we swung over to Costco for some reason because that's apparently what you're supposed to do. And then we lost 2 of our 3 kids because we had both grandmas happen to be here.
And then
Evelyn-
Nana.
Evelyn was already gone with Nana.
I know, but they came here. So there was 2 grandmas here. They took
yeah.
2 girls and we're left with 1.
Why are you left?
You're
I
like,
don't know.
Garrett, now you're the only child.
I know. Maybe they don't even want me to come anymore.
Oh, I don't think that's what it is.
Yes, it is. I don't think they like me.
You don't think they like you?
Yeah, I know.
Why do you
I think actually,
I just really want to get in a toy.
I think actually you're gonna go out on a date with Nana and Mbem tonight.
You got your special time too. Say guys, it's almost winter. I want to go get some wood over at Mom and Dad's. They've got some.
I'm now in this. This is people are probably getting grossed out watching me shovel it into my face.
No, it's that whatever they call that. What you got? Listen to things.
I'm flying.
Huh?
Whatever you call that thing where you like listen to people eat or something.
Oh, ASMR.
You.
Baby, 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 baby.
It is almost. I hate to say, it, guys. It is almost. Okay, you're teaching him to throw popcorn in your car.
Hashtag parenting win. Hashtag fail. Fail.
Hashtag fail. Fail. Fail.
It's almost winter time, and I have the last little bit of wood I want to top off in the shed. I'm gonna go over to my parents, cut a little bit of that up, make that happen, and then we were thinking maybe we should maybe share like what Alaskans do for preparing for winter.
That's what I told him.
So I was writing some things down, and you don't really think about it because a lot of these times when we're talking about things in Alaska, we have to like think about because they're just natural. She's like,
Normal.
we don't do anything. It's just all.
I was like, what do we do?
No, there's a lot of
There's
stuff.
actually quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah. So we'll go talk about it and let us know if what we're going to talk about here, if it's like the same thing you guys do, if it's unique to Alaska, if it's not. Okay, it still counts for carbs and calories if you eat out of frame.
Are you judging?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, give me this. We're done here. We're done.
No, I'm not.
Would not make a mess in your car.
I've got a ton of gravel in my shoes, world on my shoulders, a heart full of blues out in the dirt.
All right, made it to my folks. Was able to cut some wood up here the other day.
Been real bad.
I'm gonna go bring this over to our place, get it all dialed in, and I'm trying to scavenge every little bit of wood that we can that's, you know, not too crazy time consuming. Part of the whole preparing for winter, making sure you have enough firewood, because we ran out last year and I had to go buy some. And it's about $350 a cord. So it was actually nice. It was definitely worth it money-wise, but we'll take free wood anytime we can.
Okay guys, so we made it home and I'm getting ready to do the drawing for the air fryer. Okay, we're gonna paste this. We're gonna fetch.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Anything goes. Please wait. They're gonna load the comments. Here come in the comments. There's 900 comments. Ta-da! I have been dying to try an air fryer. I actually like how that looks too. It's pretty and fancy. Kelly Lewis! Kelly Lewis, you get to get our air fryer! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, so I found Miss Kelly. She is good to go. So Kelly Lewis, you have just won our air fryer. Woo! Message me at the email that is down in my subscription. If you go look down in my description, you'll see an email down there. Just shoot me your address and I will get in touch with the company and they will actually send it to you directly. Yay, I'm so excited! Congratulations! There she is, Kelly Lewis. You are the winner.
All right, sit down time. We were talking like the things that we do here in Alaska to be able to get ready for winter, to be able to prepare for winter. And we don't do these every year, but we were trying to just write down some things that would apply that we don't even think about. And maybe they're things that everyone does, but let us know like if we're missing something or if you do these same things. So I'm just really curious. So a few things that we do here in Alaska to prepare for winter. You want to start?
Sure.
Go.
One of the main things that we've been working on as of late is getting all the wood we can get. Getting it cut, getting it split, getting it stacked. We've been working on it for a long time because the drier the wood, the better.
Right.
So we've been really, really working on that. What's the percentage of homes that you think have a wood stove in their home?
Very, very low. Probably 20% if I had to just pick a number.
20%.
Yeah.
And there's been some more regulations that have come down the pike as far as how you're able to burn, when you're able to burn, and things like that. So I think it's actually even eliminated some of the wood stoves that are here. But some people rely on wood stoves to be their sole source of heat.
Right.
For us, we are basically subsidized, where we burn fuel, but we also burn with wood.
We're gonna make sure they're split and like dried for a year normally, and get way more BTUs out of it. All right, hunting, fishing. This is what Alaska is about, and a lot of Alaskans, this is like the only meat that a lot of people don't even like to buy store-bought meat. We actually know people that only want that healthy, either moose, caribou,
Wild game.
So being able to get your moose hunt going, be able to fill your freezers up, super important. Chitna, being able to go get some Copper River red salmon or Valdez for halibut. So trying to stockpile your freezer with that good, healthy, fresh Alaskan meat is pretty important. I have been so busy and also construction, so I really would like to do it, but I have not been able to do it for several years. But to many Alaskans, that is super important.
Another thing that people tend to do, sometimes will do, in maybe homes that aren't quite as efficient, they realize that they're burning a lot of fuel, they're using a lot of energy, is they will actually put plastic, which it's kind of like a plastic wrap, but is it a little bit heavier duty than a plastic wrap?
It is. I think you actually buy it like at Home Depot or Lowe's.
It's called like shrink film, and you'll put it on the inside of your windows, so from the inside of your home, and you'll take like a blow dryer and it'll like shrink it right to your windows, so it keeps all that cold air from penetrating into your home. or you losing your warm air going out. So really, really ingenious.
An extra layer.
It's like an
right?
extra layer, yeah.
Especially on homes that are maybe less efficient or older windows. And the way you know you really need it is when you see a big chunk of ice that just builds up around the base of your window. And on the topic of sucking the heat out of your house, getting your boiler cleaned and tuned, and even that stack cleaned as well. Same with the wood stove. Making sure that you get that done seasonally is super important because it can add a lot of efficiency. You can actually lose up to like 20% efficiency. So I'm getting all nerd-like. She always yells at me for that, but this is kind of like my job. But like the boilers, they'll get filled with soot and you'll lose a whole bunch of efficiency if they're not clean. So definitely get that done, it'll save you some money.
Every year, you've heard us talk about this in the past, about the PFDs. So they're getting ready to come in October, and basically it's essentially an allotted amount of money that Alaskans get that have lived here over a year. And being what we tend to try to do is we look at our budget and we look at maybe what we want to put that PFD towards. So preparing for that, knowing if you need it for wood, if you need it for heating fuel, if you need it for groceries, if you need it for property taxes.
Or also, guys, if you don't hunt, like you can go to Delta Meats and you can purchase. True. And I think it's like a grass-fed, like a fairly healthy option. You can purchase like half a cow if you want.
Mm-hmm. And they will butcher it in a sense of like if you want this much ground beef, if you want this much, this many steaks, things like that. So if you want to take your PFD and allot it for that, now is a good time to plan that. That way you're already ahead of the game and you know what that money's going towards. Or save it. A lot of people will save it and they'll put it in their kids' college funds or in a savings account, things like that.
Her parents saved hers every year, and when she got married, they used it for like wedding funds, right?
Yep, I use it for wedding funds and I use it for my first car. So it was super, super helpful just to have that money set aside.
Snow tires. A couple things. We could spend a lot of time on this, but I'll just briefly hit it though. Two types of snow tires people use here. One is studs, the other is like a soft rubber, like a Blizzak style. And
is that considered like an all-season?
No, and the third one, I guess there would be three. Three would be all season. So some people put all season, like all season radial type tires on your car. That works okay if you have 4-wheel drive. If you have 2-wheel drive though, definitely recommend getting some kind of snow tires. And I prefer the Blizzak soft rubber style because there are requirements that say you have to have your studs off the roads by, I think it's May 1st. Okay. Pretty sure. So
or you can't drive in the summertime with your stud tires.
With your studs on, yeah, because it can damage the roads. And I've heard fines like $1 per stud. I honestly don't know.
Explain to them what studs are.
Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously not you, not just you, but
Well, no. Studs, like studded tires. Yeah, it's basically your all-season type of tire, only you have little studs that stick out, and they'll probably be...
And it's like a gripping mechanism.
Yeah,
right?
It grips on the ice, so when you're driving, if you start skidding, it actually like sticks into the ice, like little cleats. So yeah, there you go. It's like cleats, and there's probably like 150 per tire, so it grips really nice. I feel they work better in the snow, and I think that the soft rubber Blizzak style works better on the ice. Plan on getting those on, get it early, because when the first snow hits, everyone freaks out, and they all just like lined up, and you're sitting there for 3-4 days at the tire shop trying to get them put on.
If you need a good spot to go get your studs changed out, or you need to go get Blizzak's Alaska Chevron, go check them out. That's who we use. Okay, so I've been kind of working on this with the kids, is just basically going out in the yard and getting stuff cleaned up. So putting the bikes away, getting the trampoline, I mentioned to you earlier, getting the trampoline taken down. We are kind of on a construction site still, so we had a lot of pieces and parts, a lot of just stuff that maybe got blown while we were working. So scouring our woods, making sure that's all cleaned up, because pretty soon it's gonna be buried with snow. And you don't want to be finding that in the spring. No. So we just go and we do a really good sweep of our property and make sure everything is picked up and put away, and stuff that we just don't need for the rest of the year.
On the note of construction, guys, I don't know if you realize, but we have a lot of construction workers here, and it's an industry that I've been in for 23 years. And in construction, the way it normally works is you will work crazy amount of hours during the summer, and the winter time, you get laid off. That's just the simple truth. If you're really good, you can make it till around January, But then you're laid off for February, March, April, and usually May. We're in HVAC control, so we can actually work kind of throughout the year, believe it or not. We're a little bit backwards, but generally speaking, construction, you are laid off for at least 3 to 4 months out of the year. So what you want to do is right now is to be save, to be able to plan for that time you have off before all of a sudden, but it goes from nothing to you're working 60 to 100 hours a week, just making lots of money. So save your money for the layoff time because it's pretty much happens almost every year.
Feast or famine is kind of the construction world. So as you saw today, we went to the farmer's market, which was awesome, and all those hardworking farmers are out there and they're getting their last little bit of produce because pretty soon that frost is coming and you've got to harvest everything. So that's what people are doing. I generally would be doing it, but I did not get a garden this year.
Sorry, babe. Sorry.
It's okay. It was definitely not your fault.
Well, if I had had the money to be able, because it was kind of that with a lawn anyway.
Yeah.
Next year, Lord
Next
willing.
year, that's our hope. Potatoes, like a lot of the root vegetables, we harvested later. So you can kind of wait till the first frost or so, but a lot of times people will just get it out of the ground. That way you don't even have to worry about it, but getting canning, preserving, getting things down in your root cellar are all happening this time of year, which I miss very much.
Dovetailing a little bit on what she was talking about, saving money for, heating fuel. Some people aren't on autofill for their heating fuel tanks, so making sure that your tank is filled up can make it through. Usually the tanks have to be filled every month, depending on how large of a house you have. But if you, some people don't have the autofill, so just making sure that's topped off and good to go.
Don't want to run out of heating fuel.
Could be bad. And something else that happens here, our ground will freeze. In our area, it'll freeze down 5, sometimes 6 feet. And our water lines will come in from a well, and there'll be a heat trace line. It's like a heat tape that you will tend to plug in, usually right around, you don't really want to do it now. When the ground starts to freeze though, is usually when you want to do it. Usually November time frame. You want to plug in your heat trace. And the way you know you didn't plug in your heat trace is when you turn your faucet on and nothing comes out, and you're like, ew, guess I should have done that. Usually it's not a big deal and you can just plug it in and wait a few hours and it thaws out.
Do all homes have heat trace?
So no, they have, if you have a well, you have a heat trace. If you have city water, you're gonna have like a recirculation pump that acts like heat trace. So
it keeps everything kind of
it keeps it flowing, because as long as it's moving, you don't have to have any kind of heat trace on it. So normally that's on all the time anyway, but you might just check and make sure it's on, because if that ever goes bad.
Ay, caramba. Pretty much all of North Pole area, except for the city of North Pole, we are all on wells.
Right.
They are working to be able to get a lot of these out of the city limits.
Yeah.
Onto
They are
city
expanding
water.
more city water,
Right.
which is great.
Right.
So I don't know, those are just a few things that just kind of popped into our brain. Let us know if we missed something down below. I'm actually very curious. Or if
'Cause
you
we're
guys
not-
do something unique wherever you are.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys do to prepare for winter?
That's true. And we're not expert Alaskans.
No,
Okay. I mean, he was born and raised.
I'm pretty much expert. Come on now.
Okay. Let us know in the comments how you guys are preparing for winter. If you thought any of our preparation for winters was like, what? Hello? What do you do? Okay.
Or like, duh, everyone does that.
Right, right. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below if you have any questions in regards of what we kind of said about how we prepare for winter. We'd love to answer it.
And congratulations to the air fryer winner.
Woo!
Well done.
Woohoo!
Sweet.
Make sure you message me so I
Okay.
can get that into the mail for you, or that the company can send it to you. Pretty excited. Anyway.
All right, send us off to the kids.
Yes.
Take it away, kids.
Thanks for watching.